guys, it's your girl about Apris. Today we're going to be making a fast food vegan recipe at home. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. So the first step, before you do any cooking, you always want to wash your vegetables. So this portobello mushroom has already been washed and it is ready to be cut. So I'm going to take the knife and I'm just going to trim around the edges just because I don't want the burger to be too large. So now I'm going to marinate the mushroom while I'm cutting the rest of my vegetables, and I'm going to put it in a bowl. Now we are going to season and let our mushroom marinate. So with seasoning, I'm going to be using some sea salt, as well as hamburger seasoning, which is going to add it that nice taste that we like, and onion powder, as well as some A1 sauce. So I'm just going to sprinkle just to flavor. And while I'm marinating, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder as well, just to give the portobello mushroom a taste. Whenever you're using vegetables as a replacement for meat, it's good to season them, that way they'll taste even better that way. I'm going to use some olive oil just to give it, the marinade, a little bit more flavor. And lastly, I'm going to put some A1 sauce. Guys, it looks delicious. Now I'm going to mix everything around together, and we're going to let it sit while we're preparing the rest of the food. Yum, 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 yum. Okay guys, so while our mushroom is marinating, we are going to go ahead and prepare our fries. We're going to be making natural cut fries from home, from scratch. So we're going to go ahead and start to cut the potato. So the first thing you want to do is cut off the edges. Now we're going to cut the fries into strings, and we're going to be doing shoestring fries, but they're going to be crinkle cut, and I'm going to show you guys how to get crinkle cut fries using your knife. Let's get to it. Now that we've cut off our edges, we're going to go ahead and cut the potato for the fries. Now you want to slice so depending on how you like your fries, you can cut them differently. These ones are kind of thick, but they're a good size. So now we're just going to finish cutting up the potatoes. Alright guys, so we just finished cutting the fries, and as you see, these are more of a thick cut fry, so like a steak fry, if you like steak fries, and this is kind of more of a wedge. Now I'm going to show you guys how to get a thinner fry with crinkle cut. So So the slicing is going to be the same way. You're just going to take your knife and slice. And the knife is the trick for the crinkle cuts. Do you see how the knife has ridges? That's what's going to give your fry that nice crinkle cut look. We just finished our crinkle cut fries. Now I'm going to show you how to get a natural cut fry. So you guys see that most of the technique is going to be with the knife. So now we're gonna go ahead and finish cutting up the rest of our fries. So we are going to add caramelized onions to today's recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those onions into slice of onion. I'm not going to dice them. I'm going to keep them in onion rings. This should be enough. So we're going to take our onion rings and I'm going to put them on the stove for a little bit, and I'm going to add a couple of ingredients just to get them nice and caramelized. Now it's time for us to cook our vegetables. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of oil in the pan because we're about to cook the onions. And now we're going to add the onions. And I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning. So just some sea salt. And a little pepper. So these onions, I want them to be nice and seasoned because they're going to be part of the main dish with the portobello mushroom. So I want them to both have a lot of flavors, especially since we aren't using any meat. I'm going to add some onion powder, basically the same things that I seasoned the portobello mushroom with. And I'm going to add some garlic. As you guys see, they are already starting to cook. Now, in order to caramelize them, we're going to have to cook them a little bit longer. And I'm going to add some sauce to it to help soften the onions. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of A1 sauce. Just a teensy-weensy bit. And as you see, it's already starting to bubble up, which is going to help caramelize the onions. And I'm going to add some agave for sweetener. You can also use honey, but I'm out of honey right now, so agave is the next best thing. So now I'm going to mix these up. And I didn't want to add too much sauce, but just enough so that the onions will brown. And they're already starting to get nice and soft, and they look and smell so good. We're going to go ahead and add some oil to the pan, and we are ready to add our portobello burger. I'm also going to add some hamburger seasoning just to give it that hamburger flavor. So I'm going to add this right before I put it onto the pan, and I'm going to do this on both sides. So we just flipped the burger, and as you can see, it's sizzling very nice, which is going to give us that nice grill-like taste. And we're just going to cook it on both sides until it gets soft and to the consistency that we like. So we just flipped the burger, and as you can see, it's sizzling very nice, which is going to give us that nice grill-like taste. And we're just going to cook it on both sides until it gets soft and to the consistency that we like. Turn it off. So as you can see, our onions are now nice and caramelized. We don't want them to get too soft because then they'll shrink up. And I like a little bit of crunch to my onions. So I think this is pretty good. And we are done caramelizing our onions. So we're going to just continue to flip our patty. And as you guys see, it's getting nice and brown, which is what we love and how we want it to be. So our portobello patty is done. Guys, tell me this isn't a burger. It looks so good. I'll show you the other side. It is nice and brown and soft, and we are ready to put together our burger. Okay, so our oil is ready, as you can hear, for us to go ahead and cook our fries. So pro tip, you want to go ahead and put the salt inside of the oil while it's frying, just because that's going to give the fries that nice salty taste. And trust me, if you do this, you will not have to put any salt on your fries when you take them out. So as you can see, they are starting to brown a little, so we're just going to flip them around and just make sure they're cooking on each side. So depending on how hot you have your oil, it's going to depend on how long they have to cook. Typically, it maybe takes me about 10 minutes to cook these fries, but these are steak fries, so the steak fries will take a little bit longer than the shoestring fries. So now we're going to take our fries out, and to do that you want to make sure you have a paper towel on top of a plate or whatever you want to use, and the paper towel is just going to help absorb the oil. If you don't use a paper towel or something to absorb the oil, your fries are going to be soggy, and that's not what we want. So instead of pan frying these, you could always use a deep fryer. I like to pan fry because it's a lot easier, and that way I can control the texture of the fries and make sure that they're cooked to the way I like it. So now we are going to make our bun. So I'm going to make a garlic butter spread to put on top of our bun to make it nice and buttery and crispy. So I'm going to show you guys how I make that. So you can use a vegan butter substitute for this. You don't have to use a regular butter. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this butter cube and put it in the microwave and melt it. Our butter is ready, and now we're going to add some garlic and a little bit of olive oil. Now I'm going to take the garlic butter spread and put it on top of our bun. Okay guys, so our buns are buttered, and now we're going to put them in the oven. But let me just show you, they look nice and good, and the butter mix smells delicious. So now I'm going to go ahead and put those in the oven. So we're almost done. Now we just have to cut up our condiments and prepare them for our burger. So first we're going to start with the tomato. Slice them, and this is a Roma tomato. I love Roma tomatoes, so I typically use them a lot when I cook. Now we're going to cut our avocado. So to cut the avocado, I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to cut down all around, and you're going to feel the seed in the middle, and then you're going to open it, and we got it open. So now we're going to take out the seed, if it will come out, and we're going to throw this one away. Now we are going to slice our avocado. So the easiest way to slice an avocado is to slice it while it's already in its shell, and just slice it vertically. And now we're going to take a spoon and scoop it out. And look, it's already sliced, and you shouldn't have to worry about cutting it any further. Our buns are out of the oven, and now it's time for us to put together our burger. So we're going to start with our patty. I'm going to take that and put that on the bottom. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. I am super excited. And now we're going to take some mayo, and you can use vegan mayo as a substitute. And we're going to put that on the top of our patty. Guys, it smells so good. Now we're gonna go ahead and start topping our burger. So we're gonna add the onions on top of the Portobello burger. And oh my goodness, I cannot wait to try this and for you guys to try this recipe at home. I know you're going to love it because I already just love the smell of it. Now we're gonna add some spinach. So I'm just gonna take a handful of spinach and put that on top. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm gonna add a couple more pieces. Guys, wow, this is coming along well. I'm gonna add some tomatoes. Now we're gonna add our avocado. Oops. Beware, it may fall off, but you fall down, you get back up again. Alright guys, so this is the final burger, and of course you can always top with whatever other toppings you like. You could add red peppers, you could add any other type of condiment you like a sauce, or you could add a cheese. I'm not a big fan of vegan cheese, so I try to stay away from vegan cheese, but any of those things you can add. We're gonna put our bun on top. And guys, oh my goodness, our Portobello vegan burger is looking so good. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this recipe. See you guys next time.